We often think of medieval life as dirty, brutal and, well, primitive. But what if the people of that time actually knew survival tricks that, honestly, modern preppers have completely overlooked? Without electricity, modern tools or digital communication, they built systems that kept them fed, warm and alive through centuries of hardship. In this guide, we'll uncover 7 medieval survival methods that could still save lives today. Techniques so practical they may hold the key to true resilience. And by the end, you'll see that those who lived 1,000 years ago may have understood survival far better than we do now. They mastered portable fire bundles, the medieval matchbox. In a world without matches or lighters, medieval people developed a far more dependable system, the portable fire bundle. It wasn't about starting fire, it was about keeping it alive. Using hollow plant stems, such as elder or reed, they inserted glowing embers, sealed both ends with clay or wax, and carried them across miles. They used smoke for more than flavour. It preserved entire harvests. Smoking meat is well known, but medieval people used smoke as a full-spectrum preservation method. They understood that smoke chemistry changed depending on the wood. Juniper smoke deterred insects from stored grains. They built living fences that fed, healed, and protected. Before wire and posts, medieval communities relied on living fortifications known as hedgerows. Craftsmen partially cut and bent saplings, hawthorn, blackthorn, hazel, and wove them into dense, interlocking barriers. They created clay batteries that stored cold, heat, and preservation. Medieval engineers discovered how to store temperature energy using nothing but earth. Cooling amphorae, double-walled clay jars filled with wet sand, used evaporation to keep food fresh without ice. They waterproofed everything through friction glaze. Centuries before synthetic fabrics, medieval people perfected waterproofing using friction rather than coatings. They melted pine resin, beeswax and animal fat into a soft paste, then hand-rubbed it into cloth or leather for hours. They navigated by sound when sight failed. Before compasses were reliable, travellers used the acoustic landscape to orient themselves. Echoes revealed valleys, and, well, dampened sound warned of fog or snow. They preserved knowledge through living memory networks. Before printed books became common, medieval communities relied on distributed human memory systems to safeguard vital information. Each person held a piece of the greater whole. One memorized plants, another the seasons, and yet another preservation recipes. We often view the Middle Ages as backward. However, each of these techniques reveals a mastery of energy, preservation, and ecology that modern civilization often overlooks. The real question isn't whether these techniques still work. They do. The question is whether we've grown too dependent to relearn them. If you value rediscovering lost resilience, subscribe and share Backyard Wisdom, where the past still teaches us how to endure the future.